Good morning. Welcome to Saturday morning meditation. We're going to start by establishing our compassionate intention for our practice and making the wish that our meditation practice will bring benefit to all sentient beings. Okay, and then we'll say the opening prayers. We're going to say the 7-line prayer 3 times. Organ yogi num chansam, pemage sardombola, yatsen chogi ngorubne, pemajung ne jesura, pordu kandro mangpogor, Yedki Jesu Drupki Jinji Lok Chir Shek Su So Guru Pema Siddhi Home Organ Yogi Num Jansam Pema Ge Sardombola Yatsen Chogi Ngorubne Pema Jung Ne Jesura Kordu Kandro Mangbogor Kedki Jesu Drupki Jinji Lok Chir Shek Su So Guru Pema Siddhi Home Organ Yogi Num Jansam Pema Ge Sardombola Yatsen Chogi Ngorubne Pema Jung Ne Jesura Kordu Kandro Mangbogor Kedki Jesu Drupki Jinji Lok Chir Shek Su So Guru Pema Siddhi Home. So in this class, we'll be practicing 3 types of meditation, and these meditations stabilize our minds and open our hearts. The first meditation that we'll be doing today is called Shamatha, or calm abiding meditation. This meditation helps to calm, settle, stabilize the mind. So usually our minds are rarely calm and settled and running around like monkeys, and we're chasing them and trying to get them to do what we want to do, and they won't do it. And we usually are reacting very habitually to whatever comes up in our lives, reacting out of our habits of anger or greed or ignorance or pride or jealousy or whatever it may be. And what this meditation does is it helps acquaint us with the natural state of mind, which is relaxed, stable, and open. And when our mind is calm and settled, we have this spaciousness that gives us time between action and reaction, between whatever's happening in our life and how we react to it or respond to it. So the same way that we can work out and to keep our body strong and stretch to be flexible and all of that, we can do the same thing with our mind and train our mind to be calm and relaxed through exercises like Shamatha meditation. So the spaciousness that this meditation helps to develop on our mind, that spaciousness is also the first step in the development of bodhicitta, which is the compassionate wish to free all sentient beings from suffering. And this is a very simple practice. All we do is we rest our attention on the breath. So you can also do this meditation with your focus on a flower or a candle or a picture of the Buddha instead of on your breath. But I really like meditating on the breath because we always have our breath with us, hopefully, and so you never have an excuse not to meditate. So we'll take a comfortable seat, either in a chair or cross-legged on the floor. And just place your hands in your lap, gently relaxed. Traditionally, we hold one hand in the other with the thumbs touching and place the hands so the thumbs are just below the navel. You can also just rest your hands on your thighs. Then check in with your posture. Make sure your spine is straight. Traditionally, we follow the 7-point posture, but the most important thing is to have a straight back and a relaxed body. And your eyes are going to be remaining open, looking downwards. So you can imagine a line following the bridge of your nose and extending down to the floor. And find a point along this line where it's comfortable to rest your gaze. And then place the tip of your tongue right behind your front teeth. It's like saying the letter L. Allow yourself to relax completely and breathe normally. Settle into your natural rhythm of breathing. And then put a very light attention on your breath. Don't try to control it at all. Just breathe naturally with the most gossamer thin attention on your breath. It's like taking your pulse. You don't put any pressure on it. You don't try to change it in any way. Just observe it. Your attention is like a feather, gently riding on the surface of your breath. As you meditate, thoughts will come up, but that's okay. That's normal. When thoughts come up, just let them go like bubbles popping on the surface of a pond. Don't even look to see what they are. Just let them pop. Your meditation is not lost by hearing your thoughts, but by following them down the road. So as soon as you notice yourself caught by a thought and following it along, just drop it and return to your breath. And that's what we're doing over and over again. Dropping the thought, returning to the breath. Your attention is like a feather, gently riding on the surface of your breath. All right, so that's our first round of meditation. And we're going to try that now for a little bit longer. If you're having difficulty dismissing your thoughts, you can imagine tongs picking up the thought and dropping it, or you can visualize cutting the thoughts up with scissors and throwing them away. You always return to your single pointed concentration. Just drop the thought, return to your single point concentration. Thought might also be observations. There might be distractions in your environment. Today we're having like an altar cleaning day, so there's some activity happening here. Sometimes our distractions are outside of us and sometimes they're inside of us. But either way, we just drop the thought and come back to our breath. So we'll do that for a little bit longer now. All right. So that was the Shamatha meditation. The next meditation that we are going to be doing is Tonglen, or giving and receiving. Tonglen, or giving and receiving practice, is a very powerful practice to develop our compassion and our ability to be present for suffering. So we are perpetually in a state of suffering. Anytime that we are desiring things to be other than they are, we are suffering. And I am always wishing for things to be other than they are, I think, pretty much, right? You eat a meal, you want chocolate afterwards, and then you want a soda or something, or it's, it's nice out, kind of, but then you want a jacket, and then you want a hat and whatever. Like, you always want something. You always want something to be just a little different. I wish it was cloudy. I wish it was sunny. And just like us, all sentient beings are suffering because they want to be happy. And we're always not quite happy. And many of us, most beings, are suffering really terribly from hunger or thirst, or physical pain, or separation from their loved ones, or fear. There's so many ways that beings are suffering in this world. And so this practice trains us to use the energy of loving kindness to open our hearts to suffering and transform it into well-being. And in this practice, we imagine taking the suffering of others into ourselves and then sending them our happiness. And this practice, over time, helps us to develop the ability to help beings with equanimity, to want to benefit other beings, regardless of if they're friends or enemies, to have no sense of friends or enemies, to just want to help all beings. So sitting in meditation posture, we're going to begin by envisioning one or two beings for whom you easily feel compassion. Someone whose suffering particularly touches you. This could be your parents, or a sibling, your partner or child, a friend or coworker. It could be an animal like your dog or cat, anyone for whom you easily feel compassion. And just picture them and contemplate their misery and put yourself in their place, imagining what their experience must be like, and giving rise to compassion. Cultivate in your heart the fervent wish to relieve their suffering and secure their happiness. That feeling of, if I could do something to help you, I would. I would do anything to help you. Cultivate that wish. And then bring your attention to your breath. Follow the natural rhythm of your breath. As you breathe in, visualize that as you inhale through your nose, you take in all of the causes and conditions of their suffering in the form of black smoke. It's not only the suffering that they have, but the karmic causes of it, the entire package. So you take in all of the causes and conditions of their suffering in the form of black smoke, and imagine they become completely free of misery. And then as you breathe out, Visualize you are sending and they are receiving all of your positive and loving qualities, all conceivable sources of enduring happiness as radiant, pure light, bringing them limitless joy. So again, not just saying them happiness, but all of the causes of happiness. So it's just an endless engine of happiness, all of the causes of happiness that will bring them enduring happiness. So you might think as you breathe in, may you be free of suffering. And as you breathe out, may you be happy. Breathing in their suffering as black smoke, and breathing out happiness as pure light. All right, so we'll do that for a few minutes. All right, and now we're going to repeat this again, but we're going to visualize one or two people for whom you feel intense anger or aversion. So think of one or two people for whom you feel intense anger or aversion. This could be someone you know, it could be someone in the news. Could be someone who's harmed you, could be someone who just gets under your skin and you don't know why they bother you so much. Just contemplate their experience, contemplate their suffering, put yourself in their place, and generate compassion for their experience. Just like you, they want to be happy. And again, cultivate the fervent wish to relieve their suffering and bring them happiness. And then bring your attention to your breath. And following the natural rhythm of your breath, visualize that as you inhale through your nose, you take in all of the causes and conditions of their suffering in the form of black smoke, and they become completely free of misery. And as you breathe out, visualize that you're sending and they're receiving all your positive and loving qualities, all conceivable sources of enduring happiness as radiant, pure light, bringing them limitless joy. As you breathe in, you might think, may you be free of suffering. And as you breathe out, may you be happy. And now we're going to continue that, expanding our visualization to include all those for whom you have similar feelings of anger or aversion. So bring all of those beings in the picture too. Everyone for whom you have that same feeling of anger or aversion. As you breathe in, may you be free of suffering. And as you breathe out, may you be happy. So as you practice that meditation and you deepen that meditation and your heart opens, you can gradually increase the scope of your visualization to include larger and larger groups of people until your loving kindness and compassion embrace all sentient beings throughout existence. So if you have the time, you can keep going with more and more groups. But right now, we are going to move on to our last meditation, which is a guided meditation written by Jetsunma Akanlamo called the Light Expansion Prayer. And this meditation helps to dismantle the illusion of separation. Jetsunma has taught that any pain or trauma that we have experienced, that suffering is really due to the illusion of separation. So this meditation helps to dismantle that by habituating ourselves, embodying our true nature. In this practice, we embody our true nature, which is beyond any sense of separation. And by embodying it, it's a little bit of a fake it till you make it. By embodying it, we get used to being that way. And we just keep practicing until we're in tune with that. So let us become still. Take a deep breath and let it out slowly. Again. Let us center deep within. Center deep within. Deep within to the presence of the Absolute. And there is radiance. The presence of the Absolute increases and expands to embrace the physical body. And all of the physical body is filled with the presence of the Absolute. The presence of the Absolute increases and expands to fill our beings on all dimensions. And all that we are is filled with the radiance of the Absolute. The presence of the Absolute increases and expands to fill everyone here and everyone here on all dimensions is filled with the presence of the Absolute. The presence of the Absolute increases and expands to embrace this building. And all of this building is filled with the light of the Absolute. The presence of the Absolute increases and expands to embrace this nation. And the government of this nation is filled with the radiance of the Absolute. And the people of this nation are one life. The presence of the Absolute increases and expands to embrace planet Earth. All nations and all governments are filled with the presence of the Absolute, and there is peace. And the 8 billion are one life, radiant. presence of the Absolute increases and expands to fill this galaxy. All planets, all stars, and all life forms are within the embrace of the Absolute. The presence of the Absolute increases and expands to embrace the universe. All dimensions and all kingdoms are filled with the presence of the Absolute. And in all the universe, there is only one life. Now, as we return our consciousness back to physical form, we continue to embrace all that is and to know union, that we are one. All right, at the end, we say our dedication prayers. Throughout my many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue I have accomplished, including the merit generated by this practice, and all that I will ever attain, this I offer for the welfare of sentient beings. May sickness, war, famine, and suffering be decreased for every being, while their wisdom and compassion increase in this and every future life. May I clearly perceive all experiences to be as insubstantial as the dream fabric of the night, and instantly awaken to perceive the pure wisdom display in the arising of every phenomenon. May I quickly attain enlightenment in order to work ceaselessly for the liberation of all sentient beings. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas altogether, whatever kind of motivation you have, whatever kind of beneficial action, whatever kind of wishing prayers, whatever kind of omniscience, whatever kind of life accomplishment, whatever kind of benevolent power, and whatever kind of immense wisdom you have. Similarly, I, who have come in the same way to benefit beings, pray to attain these qualities. By this effort, may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way, may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and only the light of compassion shine throughout all realms.